So you just finished a really tough workout. I'm proud of you. Great job. Now you got to stretch. Super important. Just as important, if not more, than what you just completed. So this little 15 to 20 minute, we'll see how long we go, yoga video is going to help you stretch your full body, shoulders, legs, everything, whatever you need, and just give that love back to those muscles that you just beat up. So starting in child's pose, take your big toes and just put them together. Let the knees go wide, maybe to the edge of your mat. Or if you need a little relief on that low back, you can draw the knees and inner thighs in together. But you're going to reach forward with those hands and let that forehead come all the way down to the mat. Just sink your hips back. Pressing into the fingertips, maybe to get a deeper stretch up there in the shoulders and upper back. And just settling those hips down. And then inhale, rise up. Let your fingers take a walk over to the right side of the room. So trying to nestle down your chest on the thigh as you exhale. Maybe that left hand comes on top of the right to get a little side body stretch. Keeping your left hip settled. Don't let it rise up. And then your next awesome deep breath in, just take it over to the other side. So maybe the right hand comes on top of the left. As you exhale, settle in on that left thigh, keeping the right hip down. And the next inhale, come back to center. Draw the knees in if they were wide. Tabletop position. So taking a few circles here with your hips, maybe pressing into the balls of your feet or maybe keeping the tops of your feet on the mat, but just a couple circles here. And then in the other direction. Now taking those hands, turn the fingers around so they are facing you, or maybe just out to the side if that's better for you. And then sit back towards those hips, just till you feel the stretch in the wrists, in the forearms, in the biceps. Maybe holding for a couple seconds, deep breaths, or maybe just keeping that movement. Turning those fingers back around. Let the right hand reach up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, walk those fingers through behind that left hand. Let them take a walk all the way to the left side off the mat as those left fingers walk forward. Right temple goes to the mat. Shoulder stretch. Pressing in with those left fingers. Pressing in with those right fingers. And then slowly walking the left hand back in. Let the right arm come up one more time. Maybe the right arm reaches around or maybe it just comes down to the mat. As you bend the left leg, tucking heel up to your butt, maybe you reach for that foot or maybe you don't. Pulling that left heel up to your butt, up to the glutes. Getting the stretch here. And then just exhale, release everything down. Let the left arm go up to the sky, inhale, and then exhale, just walk those fingers through. Right fingers take a walk forward, left temple rests here. And then just bring the right hand back in, inhale, press. Exhale, lift one more time, and then come down. Maybe the left hand just comes down as you draw the heel up to your butt, or maybe you reach around and grab for that ankle. If you have a strap or a towel, you can always use it here, just to open up that shoulder a little bit more and get a deeper stretch in that hip flexor and quad on that right side. And then slowly just release everything, walking the hands in towards your knees. Rising up so the shoulders are over the hips, hips over the knees. Reaching around, touching that right ankle with your right hand. Left arm stretches up. Stretching those abdominals, moving the hips forward just a little here. And then slowly coming down the other side, reaching for that ankle. Right arm stretches up. Shifting those hips forward. Lifting the heart. And then slowly coming down. Downward facing dog, so just spread the fingers wide, lift the hips, and stay still here. The head be heavy. Pressing in with the fingertips, pressing in with the palms, the entire hand. Letting the weight be evenly distributed here. Bending the right leg, getting a deeper calf stretch on the left. And then breathe, exhale, switching to the other side. Drop down to your knees, come all the way down to the belly here. Keep the inner thighs suctioned together, the tops of your feet are on the floor. Press in with your palms, fingertips rather, and just rise the upper body up, just a little bit. And then lower it back down. Now maybe this time you press in with your forearms. Open up the heart. And then maybe you press in with the hands and straighten those arms. Lifting up just a little more. Maybe walking your hands in so they are out in front of you. But not too much. And feeling that stretch in the mid, low back. Slowly letting everything out. Letting the right arm stretch out. So the arm can be bent here. It's a little bit deeper shoulder stretch. So make sure that you just go with what you need, that you don't feel pain, but that good stretch. So either a goalpost arm, 90-degree bend, or just stretch it out. The elbow stays in line with the shoulder. Press in with your left fingertip. As you exhale, and just roll over onto that right arm. Feeling a stretch in the right shoulder, chest. Maybe bringing that left arm around behind. Maybe you reach for another stretch here in the leg. And if you have a hold with the ankle, go ahead and release it. And just roll over to that other side. Maybe you do something different here. Maybe you don't want to reach for that leg here. Maybe you do. Maybe one side feels a little better on a certain stretch than the other side. And then slowly coming back to center. Take the arms, put them underneath your thighs with the palms facing down. Good stretch here for the biceps. So stay here if this works for you. If you want a little bit deeper, you can always raise those legs up off the floor. And then wherever you are, just slowly lower. Clasping the hands behind your back. Lifting the chest, lifting the heart. Draw the hands down, shoulder blades down and away from the ears. And slowly let it out. Press all the way up to the knees. Bring that right leg in for pigeon pose. So think the shin running parallel to the top of your mat. So trying to get that foot up close to your left wrist and the knee up close to your right wrist. If your leg doesn't run parallel, it's totally okay. Mine does not. Flexing that right foot though. And then just rising up before you exhale and settle into your pigeon. If you have a bolster or a block or something, you can put it under your hip here. And just coming all the way down. slowly rise up, press in with your hands, press into the ball of that left foot. Let that right foot come to the outer edge of the mat. Let the left knee drop down as you turn right toes out just a little bit, about 45 degrees. Settle in here. If this is all the stretch you need, maybe you press into that thigh, just never right on the knee, and getting that hip stretch here in the inner thighs and in the hip flexor on that left side. Maybe you want a little more. Maybe you want to come down to those elbows. Maybe you want to keep that back leg off the floor. Whatever you need here. Just settle in. Elbows can also come to a block here. You have one. And then slowly coming out of it, wherever you are. The right leg is still in front, so just in the center of your mat now. Press into the top of that back left foot as you sit back to stretch the hamstring for half split on that right side. So keeping a flat back as you inhale and exhale here. Feeling that stretch in the back of the leg, flexing those toes to the face. Inhale again, raise up just a little, and then exhale. And then just bend back into that foot. Let the right leg come back and the left leg come forward for pigeon pose. So flexing the toes on that left side. As you walk the right leg back, one side might be tighter than the other. So just go where you need to go. Settle in. And then slowly, as you come up, pressing into the ball of that right foot, let the left foot just take a little walk to the outside of your mat, turning the toes out, about a 45-degree angle. Maybe you press in just below that knee, feeling the hips shift forward so you're getting that hip flexor stretch on the right side. And then maybe you want to come all the way down to the elbows. Maybe you want to keep the back leg lifted. And then slowly walking that left foot in, so it's about in the center of your mat. The top of the right foot is on the mat. Sit back, flex the left toes, and take the half split. Inhale, rise up again, keeping that flat back, and take it down one more time. Now bend back into that left leg. Step the right foot forward and take a wide stance here. Toes are both facing forward. Grab a hold of the outer blades of your feet and just settle down in for forward fold, keeping the weight in the balls of your feet. So try to shift that weight forward, trying to keep the legs as straight as you can to get that hamstring stretch. Now place the left hand right in front of your face, right arm stretches up. And then exhale, let the right arm come through and grab for the outer blade of that left foot. Pull your body under, feeling that stretch in the back muscles here on the right side. Maybe the left arm comes up and over, reaching for your right hip crease. Just letting your neck and your gaze be where it is comfortable. And then slowly release it. Left hand plants one more time with the right arm stretch up. And then the right hand plants. So inhale. And then exhale as you let that left arm come over, grabbing for the outer blade of that right foot, bending that left arm, drawing over towards that right side. Feeling the stretch on the left side body now. And then slowly releasing with the right hand plant one more time. Left arm stretches up, and the left arm slowly comes back down. So sit it all the way down onto your butt. Let both legs go out nice and wide. Take the right arm, bend it, and let your forearm go right down in beside that calf on that right side. As you exhale, your left arm comes up and over. So think side body stretch here. Pulling that left shoulder back. And then inhale, let your arms come down in front of you. Flexing the feet. Forward fold. Inhale, left arm roll over by that next calf, arm is bent. And then the right arm stretches up. Exhale, pulling left, right shoulder back. And then exhale, rise all the way up, and the soles of the feet in together for this one. Maybe the feet walk in real close to you. Maybe they're out a little bit, but grabbing onto the tops of your feet. Inhale, sit up tall, and then exhale, fold it down. Maybe your elbows press in towards those calves, opening up the hips just a little bit more. And then inhale, sit it up nice and tall. Last stretch here. So stretching the legs out, raising that right leg up, keeping a straight leg here. Reaching for the outer blade of that right foot with your left hand. Sitting up nice and tall. The right arm is going to stretch behind. Now maybe the right arm stays lifted off the floor. You're sitting up tall, puffing the chest, or maybe the right hand comes down as you rise up. Keeping right foot flexed. So spinal twist and the hamstring stretch. Now leaving the left hand where it is, let the right arm come up and over. Grabbing for that inner blade. Now round here. Feeling a stretch in the upper back as you separate the shoulder blades. Now release the left hand, keep the right hand where you have it, and then just stretch around, letting your left arm go where it needs to. Maybe it's down here on the floor. Maybe it's over for that right hip crease. And slowly come back to center, releasing both. So taking the right hand now to the outer blade of that left foot, sitting up nice and tall. Left arm goes where it needs to. Flexing the left toes. And then letting the left hand come around, keeping the right hand where it is. Cross over. Separate those shoulder blades. Still sitting up tall. Release that right hand and let it come around. And then slowly release it all down. Maybe take a last forward fold here if you need it. Maybe take a tricep stretch if you need that. Everything else we pretty much covered. So just reaching for those fingers. Maybe you use a towel here. I think on this neck side, I always seem to need a towel. I'm very close on this side, but not quite. And then just being able to pull those shoulders back, puffing that chest out. Can't forget this stretch. Sorry to be a liar and say the one before was the last stretch, but if you don't need the triceps, you can leave this out. And you did it. So maybe you need to lie back. Ooh, take a little breather. I don't know what workout you got done doing, but hopefully you're nice and relaxed. And good job on your stretching. Use this after your tough workouts. And y'all have a great day. Stay well, stay active.